So very quick, how to do a forward bay park. Okay, so look, I'm in the car park, checking round, there's nothing here. I'm going to come up to the spaces, I'm looking into the space, I'm going to go into the second of the two that aren't in the disabled spaces. Look, I'm coming up to about here, treat it like a road, I'm turning it in, look, into the centre. As I come to this point, I treat it as if I'm going to keep driving straight ahead, and I straighten my steering wheel up as if I'm just going to carry on driving ahead. Only at this point I stop, pop it into park, handbrake on, you can see in the mirror, absolutely spot on. Look on the floor. Really straightforward. You don't need to line up your wing mirror with a line on the road or anything else. You need to treat the space like the entrance to a road. Every time you turn into a junction, you can turn into a gap as wide as the lines that I've just turned into, and you do it every day. If you're driving around, you do this every single day without any problem at all. Then when it comes to a parking space, suddenly you're being given advice that you need to line up your wing mirror with this or that, or do all these other things. You don't need to. You can already do it. You can already drive into the space. You know how to do it. I've just shown you how to do it. Turn in as if it's a road. As soon as you get to the point where it would look like you're going to drive straight ahead, make sure your wheel's straight and stop. And you're in the space. Spot on. Absolutely in the centre. Easy as that. So, quick how to park, how to reverse bay park. So I'm in a car park, as you can see. I'm going to check around, make sure there's no one coming, no one on any side. I'm going to reverse into a bay on this side. So very straightforward. Let's reverse into, shall we say, this bay here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive past it a bit. You can see I'm driving past. As I get to about here, I'm going to turn it out in this direction. So that I'm lined up with it. I don't know if you can see in the mirror, but the back end of the car, that corner of the car, is now near the white line. So now I'm going to stick the car in reverse, full check round, and as I come backwards, keep checking round. And I'm just looking in that mirror, look around, make sure there's no one here, look in the mirror, going over the white line a little bit there, just to bring it in, because you can. Bringing it across, and then once we get to this point, I just swing it out a bit to get it in nice and straight. Park the car and have a little look. There we go. You can see, spot on in that bay. So, very straightforward. You look at the bay you're going to go into. As you go past it, you turn out in whichever direction. This time it was right, so that the back corner of the car is near the white line, but you're pointed outwards. Then you can reverse back in. It's so easy. You just look in the mirrors. Obviously, if you're reversing in between parked cars, it's actually much simpler, because if you're going in between parked cars, you can just see them out the window. When you're just doing it in between lines, you've got to actually look in the mirror to see where the line is. But once you get the car into the correct position, and this is the biggest issue that people have, getting into the space is extremely simple. If you put the car, if you just guess, if you just stop and then guess your way in, or you're trying to line up your wing mirror and you don't actually know what you're doing, you just line your wing mirror up and then you turn your wheel and you reverse into the bay, but you miss it a bit, this is no good. You need to actually be able to look at what you're doing and reverse into the bay by using your eyes, looking out the window, looking where the lines are. And the easiest way to do that is to set the car up in the correct position in the first place. So putting it in the position where the car will go backwards into the space really easy is what you have to start with. So you saw how I did it. Have a practice. Let me know in the comments what you think.